phases, good gracious.
Friday flips number 5, Illa M Fizzle on the track. Levels Avicii.
Good morning, guys. What a morning this morning. Kicking off week 2 of Change Mind, Change Body. Changed body, now changed life. So week 2 going in all about hacking the body and creating this to go along with your strong mindset, which we worked on in week 1. So this morning, fasted cardio, hit that down. I'm adding fasted cardio as fast in the morning, so not eating breakfast. You're gonna burn the most amount of glycogen in the morning, so you run through your stores a lot faster, so it's gonna be more effective at burning fat. So they're intervals, sprints up the stairs, walk down. This morning, it's good weather. It's pretty chilly out here, so I decided to jump in the water today, and that's a little bit post I had legs yesterday, so it was a bit of recovery as well, but also I've been listening and reading up a lot about biohacking and creating mitochondria, strengthening the mitochondria as well, which is a part of the energy reproduction system in your cells. So you've got to put under pressure, and the best way to do that is with temperature. So I finished off, my body was quite hot, jumped into the cold water, and that creates it really, really strong. It's quite cold even though the sun's out. Nice day though. Look at this. This is, like I said in the last video, in my darkness video, this is now where I'm absolutely stoked with living here, right near the beach. You can jump in the water, get good recovery. These stairs, pretty hardcore, nice and steep. Alright, let's get this week started.
So what the deal, what's doing, where the fuck you're at? And on the real, can't put my finger on that, but sometimes I get this feeling that I never had before. So on the real, on the level, feels good to be back. So what the deal, what's doing, where the fuck you're at? And on the real, can't put my finger on that, but sometimes I get this feeling that I never had before.
Hey guys, how are we? So as you saw this morning, fasted cardio done, a few clips from the gym today. Pretty much this, we're gonna have a little chat about working your pretty much body, building it up. So mindset strong, you need to make your training in the gym as effective as possible. You've only got an hour to an hour 15 where you absolutely have to kill it. And that's where you don't want to be talking around and wasting your time and doing those. So I'm going to talk about a few little techniques that you can do in the gym that will make sure that you get the most out of all of your training. So first off is, if you want to build a physique, so most of us want that beach body physique. If you want to build that, you're going to have to build your lats, your shoulders, your upper chest to create that V taper. So V on the up, skinny midsection abs as well. So you're focusing your splits around that. So the typical bro split is what you find most people in the gym doing. So a split means you're breaking your body parts into different exercises. So one day you're doing back and bis, the next day you're doing chest and tris, the third day you're doing shoulders and legs, and then you rotate and keep that going. So a good physique split that I usually use with a lot of my clients to build especially that upper chest and that V taper is chest, front delts, triceps. Second one, back, rear delts, biceps, and then shoulders and legs. Shoulders, separate them, legs, separate them, and then arms in the one. And that's a good all-round split to really work over those. And then you can have a weak point training day and those type of stuff. So it's going to differ depending on your body and what you need to work. That's a pretty good split that I use with a lot of my guys and myself coming into comps and things like that. Yeah, so pretty much once you're in the gym, you want to be training in a superset style. So you want a lot of volume That's the best way to get the most out of your muscle and fatigue each time. Then you're going to grow from that chronic adaptation from tearing your muscles into little microfibril tears. Then what will happen is when you do recover, your muscles go, what the hell was that? Put more muscle on, make sure that doesn't happen again. Then we go heavier and heavier and keep tearing and creating a bigger and bigger and bigger physique. So supersets, that's one thing that I'm absolutely avid on, and that's something like you're doing bench press for chest, then going straight into push-ups, then rest. Roughly your rep range, if you do 8 reps, and 8 reps is good. If you fail before 8, too heavy. If you go to about 10 to 12 is like your ultimate range. If you can push to 13, it's too light. So up the weight. So you need something that, a good little temperament right in between, that you're mixing up in between strength and muscle hypertrophy. So they're the little mix-ups. So high volume, so you should be there for an hour and you should get quite a lot of exercises through, because you're only having a minute rest and you're doing technically 24 reps, 12 reps of one exercise straight into 12 reps of other. You want those 2 exercises to complement each other. So something like bench press, where you're using weight heavier than your body weight, and then supersetting it with push-ups where you're using your body weight, you're going to be pressing heavier on that bench, so it's going to drop down and you're going to get a lot more reps out, and you can almost go to fail with those push-ups. That's the biggest thing I found, and that I started changing my physique, and a lot of when I put my clients into it, have the same effect. So that's one way to really kind of push it. The next thing with training is making sure your form is right. So not worrying too much about the strength of the weight and throwing weight up, but controlling it. Mind-muscle connection. So when you are squeezing, let's just use chest press again, turning chest on, then push out through. And you're going to get a lot better contraction through that chest, and use full form. So don't just stick up here. You want to get the bar right down, chest up, engage all the way up. And that's going to get the most out of that muscle, and you want to squeeze to fatigue a lot better. So it's always about form over weight, because if you just stack a hell of a lot of weight and don't have too much form, well, you're not going to be training the right muscles in the right way. Your other muscles will take over, because your body's smarter than you are at lifting. So it will try and find the most effective way to lift it. That's where you got to be really, really, really strong on your form to make sure that you are training the right part of the muscle and where you want to train. When you go into the gym, you got to know what you want to train. So you can't just go in and just be like, yeah, today I'm going to do legs. Alright, so make sure you write your split down. Have a program through. I've got a lot of videos if you go back into different type of exercises, all that kind of stuff. That's why I didn't want to put a training video here, because there is so much on my channel. So flick back, have a look at a few of my training sessions if you want some ideas on some exercises and some splits. If not, shoot me a message and I'm for sure help you out with a lot of that kind of stuff. So making sure you're getting the right at those angles. I always say, put headphones in. People are less likely to talk to you. You don't want to sit there for 2 hours in the gym and you've talked for a good hour. Make sure that you do time those rests about a minute to make sure that you're fatiguing the right way as well. From that, recovery straight after. So we'll talk a bit about recovery, but in the next episode. But as soon as you finish, you want to get your protein shakes, some complex carbohydrates straight after your workout, because that's when they're going to be utilized to the fullest. Yeah, pretty much that takes it a lot. Breaking down to your muscles, you want to try and give them about a 3 to 4 day rest per muscle group. So they are getting time to recover. You don't want to keep hitting them and hitting the same spots, so they need to be even throughout your whole body. You don't want to just do chest every day, because then you're going to be hunched over. You might have a good chest, but your back's going to get a lot weaker. So you need to have an even body, training the whole lot of your muscles instead of just training certain areas. And I was going to say one more thing. Yeah, and abs. So your structure of abs, you can train pretty much every day. Abs is something that you can train in a superset with circuit. So I'll do 4 exercises, 3 sets, and I'll just do a rolling circuit. I don't do too many crunches. I'll mostly sit to like hanging leg raises, knees to elbows. I'll do rope crunches, and then maybe like super crunches or what are they called? I always make these. I call them super crunches, but I'm pretty sure they're called like not jumping jacks, some type of jackknives or something like that. So there are other ways that you can kind of always train them. Vacuuming, I find, is one of the biggest benefits, especially if you're going on stage. So to vacuum is controlling. You've got your rectus abdominis that comes over here, transverse abdominis runs down, and it's having control of that, which is a massive help when you're on stage and doing things like that, and just creating that foundation of abs. So to vacuum is the control of it, is holding up and being able to use your transverse abdominis to come in. So normal, vacuum. So I'll set reps of doing that for about, I'll do them throughout the day as well. So I'll do about 20 reps, hold for about 3 seconds, let out, and then pumps and stuff like that. Starting and laying on like a bed or something. So laying down and really just trying to focus on that mind-muscle connection of pulling your abs in tight will really help as well. Alright guys, that is Transform Body. Next week we're going to hit, no, not next week, the next few days we're going to hit up the nutrition side. So I'm starting definitely my nutrition coming in. I've cut a lot of my carbs coming into this expo, so we'll start tracking and following what I do for my dieting coming up for this expo, because I want to look full, but I also want to look really lean and in good condition, because it's going to be quite a big expo. Until next time guys, you know where to find me. I'll see you guys.
So what the deal, what's doing, where the fuck you're at?